Oh well, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. You wonder why there's violence and we having the problems that we have. Well, watch what I put together, and you should know why.
And police in Millville, New Jersey are still trying to figure out who left that backpack full of weapons behind at a high school and why did they do it. Members of the Millville High School cross-country team found those weapons on a trail right near the school on Monday. The backpack contained bullets, shells, knives, and letter openers, and also a sawed-off shotgun.
Basically, basically, there could have been a potential school shooting. Now, why do you think school shootings are happening more frequently? You tell me. And they're trying to find out who would bring a weapon to school. And they create these situations. You people create your own fucking killers. You treat people the way you don't want to be treated yourselves, and then you wonder why you have Columbine, why you have Virginia Tech. You wonder why that happens. You wonder why people will shoot up their workplace or their former workplace. Street violence. You know, why do you think these things happen? And the usually majority of them are male. And you know what's interesting? Most of the women get killed. Young women get killed. And why would the shooter focus in killing more females than males? You know why? Because women bring it on to themselves. They have their place on the pedestal. They have all the choice, all the power, and all the say-so handed by the criminal, sick, pedophilia, sick child, pedophile, bastard, elite bankers. Put these bitches on power, who are true misogynists, by the way. Women, you like to support their system. You talk about you were being suppressed down and in the past, but now you want to oppress others. And most of you women were never oppressed in the West, in Western society. They were never oppressed. And even if it was true that you were, that was an isolated incident, and also it's because of the fact it was not just because of isolated. It was, like I said, an isolated incident. And let's say if you were oppressed, it was an isolated incident. But guess what? So now that you think by fighting the injustice and evil that's been done on to, supposedly you, if this is true, you think by correcting handling the situation, so you're going to become like the oppressor who oppressed you. So you're going to oppress other people who have nothing to do with the situation. And like men actually benefited off oppressing women. What do we have to gain from that? Then I got to deal with clowns who want to go around the street. Basically, this guy is telling me that it's a conspiracy theory. Now, he claimed he has done research, but he must have did the wrong research. he did a selective study. Stuff that made sense to him because he's a sheep, like most of you motherfuckers are. I should really show you everything. See, he fell for the propaganda. He's been brain raped. And he assumed for me the reason why I'm not living up to the social standard of the status quo was because of my own doing. When the fact that me living TFL, me being stereotyped out, being denied a life, and being judged from 1 to 5 seconds, and people labeling me as undesirable is the reason why I'm not where I'm at. Because to be successful, you have to go by looks. To have somebody in your life. Now this guy has somebody in his life, so he doesn't know what it's like to live TFL. But I'm pretty sure in the back of his mind, if he did, he would look at things a lot differently. You follow what I'm saying?
Evening, guys. Well, you talk about a sick herb human being. John Boyer. He's a trucker, or was. He had a thing for prostitutes. He had a thing for killing them. And, he just hated them. He has, as the psychiatrists say, he definitely had an issue with women. And he had issues, period. This guy, nobody knows how many people he really killed. He's admitted to 3. He's accused of a 4th. But he's left, I'll bet you he's left perhaps 20 to 30 women dead across the South. That's where he was trucking. Who knows who he all killed? The police now are going to have to go through and trace where he was. And he looks like a grandfatherly type. He just, but then they say that once you get around him and you start talking to him, and you know something, there's a lot of people like him. Gotta go.
So this guy is saying that he just dumped on his own gender. If you have a high influx, or particularly predominantly men, and you see a pattern of the same behavior of why you have a lot more men killing women. Now, don't get it confused, you have women killing men as well. But when we're going to talk about particular circumstances of a pattern, when it comes to the circumstances, this guy is talking about this gentleman. That's right. He don't get it. But the biggest problem with him and people like him, he likes to assume for other people. Long-haul trucker John Boyer, gray beard and round face gave him the grandfatherly appearance, but when he opens his mouth, he settles. Now he steeps with anger toward women. This hatred had murderous results, authorities say, as he picked up prostitutes around the southeast and killed them and dumped their bodies near the interstate highways. He accused of 3 slayings and suspected of doing a 4th. He pled guilty to killing women in North Carolina. He faces murder charges in slayings in Tennessee and South Carolina. Authorities said he confessed to both of those crimes, similar to the cases and apparent lack of remorse from both. Investigators are encouraging their counterparts along highways around the southeast to review unsolved killings and missing person files. Even his own attorney in the North Carolina case felt uneasy around him. What else might he have done? So basically, he's undesirable. That's the problem. Why do you say there's a lot of people like him? And you would just you and the psychiatrist, you assume for the man. That's the problem. We assume. We don't take time to understand where they're coming from, why they are the way they are. The thing is, to put it to you like this, you say he had a hatred towards women and he had a thing towards prostitutes. How and why? And how did it become like that? He didn't have a thing for prostitutes. That's the only women he can get. Because he was denied a life. Like I am, and a lot of other guys are. A lot of other men are living this. Because people don't know what love is. They gotta be in lust to get to know, to want to be with someone, not to get to know someone. They don't want to take time to get to know you. They judge you from 1 to 5 seconds. You have women being placed on the pedestal while men are suppressed down. Then you got mangianas who reinforce negative behavior in women, promoting this feminism and this male hatred. So of course he's not going to feel remorse for what he did to women, because women has done him wrong and treated him like crap, dumped on him, shit on him, ridiculed him. Then you got the mangianas co-signing, heckled him, put him down, degraded him, and attacked his manhood. And just labeled him, stereotyped him out, and denied him life again and again and year after year. And that's why, in short, that's how women create their own killers, by the way they treat men, because they're on their fucking pedestal, thanks to your criminal government, thanks to your criminal corporations, and your fucking elite bankers that you support. The way you people treat each other is the reason why you have violence. You judge people, you don't know them. You go off of groupthink. You go by a fucking psychiatrist who don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and then you fell on these because you labeled him. You don't know him, but you labeled him. That's what he's been going through throughout his whole life. That's what I've been going through. That's what a lot of men, a lot of people, period. Because there have been women who contacted me, or they have spoken out, and because they're not like a supermodel, they're getting stereotyped out and getting mistreated by you assholes. You dump on people, you shit on people, you mistreat them, you're rude to them, you're hostile, you're belligerent and disrespectful towards them, you ridicule them, you label them, you just stereotype them out. You just degrade them, you heckle them, you provoke them, you attack them. You just make somebody feel bad just so you can feel better about yourself. And then you wonder why you got violence. You know what the problem is, but you don't want to own up to it. It's you. It's not me. It's you. The only way it could be me if I just continue to just take it. But the thing is, when you stand up for yourself, and I don't give a fuck about what you think about me standing up for myself, because you're gonna slam me no matter what I do. You wonder why we have a bad attitude? You need to take a look in the mirror. It's because you gave that guy a bad attitude. You gave that person a bad attitude. Maybe not be you directly, but other people who are responsible. Society has created this mess, and that's why when the bombs drop and we have World War III, and we have the dollar crashing and people getting killed, getting murdered, and they be taken to concentration camps, that's what needs to happen. When we have these natural disasters where millions will die, that's what needs to happen, so we can clean up the fucking mess. And so we can learn how to be civilized all over again and learn how to treat somebody the way we want to be treated. Because we have failed to grow the fuck up. That's all I'm going to say. We have failed to grow the fuck up. And learn how to coexist with another person, which is sad. That's all I'm going to say about peace.